This morning, a reporter met Donald Trump on the White House lawn and posed a heartfelt question about the Charlie Kirk tragedy, perfectly setting him up for a heartfelt, on-the-spot eulogy about his friend and ally. And our president gathered himself, stepped up, and delivered words of emotion that were befitting of the highest office, right? We'll see in this next episode of something I like to call
words, the best words.
Let's kick off this cavalcade of word chaos with South Carolina Representative Nancy Mace. Her latest utterance of misinformation and division came to my attention via Brian Allen, who posted, "Look at all that hate and rage coming from Nancy. 48 hours of mega frothing at the mouth, blaming liberals, trans folks, the deep state, hell, and even woke culture. And now the shooter wasn't a leftist, wasn't trans."
It sounds like the shooter was a tranny or pro-tranny, and just because I want to protect women, that I'm worried about getting murdered? Are you fucking kidding me? It's out of control, and enough is enough, and I'm going to double down on this. I'm going to be more vigilant than ever. I'm going to be louder than I've ever been until this shit stops. It's got to stop. And all the security measures, we've taken many security measures leading up to this because of these lunatic trannies. But now, I mean, I have police posted outside of my offices in South Carolina. I have employees that are afraid to come to work. I have children who think they're going to get murdered at school. And so it's going to end. And you guys in the press need to be more responsible about this and actually be fair and cover the things that are happening. It's unbelievable what's happening in this country. And, you know, the left and the Democrat Party has allowed this stuff to happen. And I'm f***ing sick and tired of it.
Do you know who the shooter is?
No, but we've heard reports privately, and I guess it's being reported out now, some of the anti-fascist, pro-transgender things that were written either inside the rifle or on the ammunition. You might know better than I do. Do you know if they've identified
There's been nothing
yet?
that has been put in court documents or sworn to at all.
Yeah, we know this is a political assassination, and any theory otherwise is just bullshit and a lie. So I hope that you guys will report on it honestly.
Did you hear that? She just asked the press if they knew the facts and then oddly added, "Any theory that contradicts my theory is bullshit and a lie." How do these people keep getting reelected after revealing their thought process? Now let's continue with these rather salient words from media tycoon and person thought to be an ally of Trump, Dave Portnoy, and then I'll share Trump's words that you need to hear to believe.
Scary time, and it has been for a little bit. I do wonder whether, culture has changed. Obviously, Trump has broken a lot of brains. And the reason I actually, when he ran, I was like, a lot of his policies I agree with. I think he's so divisive, it tears the country apart. Trump, and when I say Trump has a huge part in it, I don't necessarily mean he's to blame for it, but he's so divisive without really even just his face is like divisive. Like people hate him so much. And the left and the right, the rhetoric, especially to me, the left, is insane. And it just boils. And this happened when Trump, they threatened, when his assassination attempt, there's like a 3-hour period of like, let's tone down the rhetoric.
Right.
Then they're right back to it.
And I can confirm that Trump, as Portnoy described, is right back at it, and I invite you to watch my video from yesterday about his weaponization of Charlie Kirk's death. And now for our featured words, the best words. This clip came to my attention via a post by Art Candy, who said, Donald Trump is asked about how he's holding up after the death of his friend Charlie Kirk, and he starts bragging about construction at the White House. Bro isn't right in the head.
How are you holding up over the last 3.5 years? I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty. It'll be an absolutely magnificent structure. And I just see all the trucks. We just started. So it'll get done very nicely, and it'll be one of the best anywhere in the world, actually.
Let's review the math of what our president just said. That reporter set him up to emote on the terrible assassination of Charlie Kirk. And our commander-in-chief spent exactly 2 seconds and 4 words on his expression of grief, eulogizing his lost friend. And then his ADD, lack of impulse control, and need to boast overcame him, and he spent 25 seconds talking about the shrine he's building to himself. Here's the oddness one more time.
How are you holding up over the last 3.5 years? I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House,
What we just saw is another window into the hollow soul of Donald Trump, and it's a snapshot of his 79-year-old operating system. When a normal world leader is asked about the sudden violent death of a close friend, you would expect grief and dignity, but Trump doesn't have the words except when it's performative theater to rile up the base. And because he's focused on self-glorification every time a microphone appears, he just doesn't have the bandwidth. I have had sneezes that have lasted longer than his words for Charlie Kirk in that video. And then, like a kid showing off his Legos, he launched into bragging about the White House construction project like it's another Trump resort. It's grotesque, but it's also more evidence that the man is just a tone-deaf empty vessel. An empty vessel that appears to be crashing on the rocks. I'm Dan, thanks for watching. Please leave your thoughts with a comment below, and let's continue to occupy democracy together.